Okay, good morning and welcome to the July 20th meeting of the Facilities Committee. I call the meeting to order. All members of the Facilities Committee, Mrs. Merrill, Mr. Helms, Mrs. May, and I are present. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. The first action item is the approval of the June 17th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next, Mr. Burnett, sole source control stop.
Okay, as you all may recall, this item from last year or possibly the previous year, but staff seeks the approval of sole source purchase of FX80 JACEs and Vanguard controllers used in HVAC controls. Control Stop is the authorized distributor for Union County. So the recommendation is that as their staff requests the Board of Education to approve for the next 12 months to continue to sole source purchasing the licensed FX80 JACEs or the latest version and Vanguard controllers through Control Stop.
How many schools do we have left to do?
Well, we actually don't anticipate a lot of purchases this coming year, so that's good.
Okay.
And FYI, we are going to be trying out an alternative at the Hemby Bridge project. So,
Good.
Two good items we think on the future for that.
Good. And everything's going well with the using them. There's no issues or anything like that. Everything's going well.
Yes, yeah, and it's not actually using the company, it's actually using the devices.
The device, yes. Yep, okay, good. Anybody have any questions? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to send this to recommend this to the full board.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Next up is the vehicle purchases. Mr. Burnett.
So we are purchasing 5 vehicles via the North Carolina State Sheriff's Association Purchasing Cooperative Network. It's 2 Ford Transit vans at $36,777.20 each. It's 1 Ford F-350 regular cab pickup truck at $32,012.10. 1 Ford F-350 Super Cab at $33,644.50. 1 Ford 550 F-550 chassis with a dump bed at $73,158.90. That's a total of $212,369.90. That's within the total amount of funds, but also if you go by line item, it is within the line items. And so we will be to the good on the line items by $23,882.
Okay.
Staff requests the Facilities Committee to forward this to the Board of Education to approve the purchase of these 5 vehicles from Piedmont Truck Center, Inc. in the total amount of $212,369.90.
And do we have more vehicles to purchase? Because the overall.
We have 1 more. Yep.
Okay.
And that's a plumbing van that we've got to. It's a little challenging. We couldn't put it on this order.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? If not, I'll take a motion to recommend this to the full board.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next is the Weddington Elementary paving bids.
Yes, this project bid yesterday, and we had 1 contractor submit the bid. It was B&N Grading Inc., and they submitted a bid of $118,170.24. It's within the CIP allotted budgeted funds for its 2021 CIP. That budget's $386,037. We did want to do more scope at this for this project. We're going to have to see if we can't come back at a later time. As we went through the scope, and what that additional scope was paving the staff lot, and so we'll look to see what we can do about that. The engineer who was helping us with this felt that we weren't going to have the sufficient funds to do that too. So the important item was we needed that additional lane that's going to be coming in on Weddington Elementary School for stacking. So we will have 2 inbound lanes and 1 outbound lane. So the staff requests the board to award the bid as provided by B&N Grading Inc. in the amount of $118,170.24.
Have we used them before?
Yes, we have. We just awarded and they just completed the transportation additional paving.
Okay.
And they also were the second contractor that came in after the first site contractor at Sun Valley High School went bankrupt. So this company, we were really pleased with their performance at Sun Valley, picking up the pieces with that.
Okay. And we'll go back with the staff lot because I know that's a issue at Weddington Elementary. So.
Right. Yeah. And I'll tell you the main issue that I see at Weddington, that the condition of the paving isn't that bad at the staff lot. What is bad is the curb situation where essentially it was paved. It was a yard before that had curb and gutter separating it from the asphalt. So now you've got asphalt, curb and gutter, and asphalt. And so that's really the one of the main issues that we hope to be dealing with on that.
Okay. Any other questions?
Will all of this work be done before school starts or staff returns?
Right. So we have a start date of August 3rd and we have a completion date of August 10th. So that's a very quick turnaround. That is how it was bid. Of course, weather, it is weather dependent. So that's an issue.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I need a motion to recommend this to the full board.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Next is stadium light upgrades at Marvin Ridge High School.
So we received bids on June 21st, and this was through the TIPS Purchasing Cooperative Network. Camp Electric Company, Inc. submitted the pricing of $161,571. That's within the 21-22 CIP budget. If you'll recall, that was a budget that was just modified last week with the board approval on that. So at 190-145, so we're in good shape there. Staff seeks the Board of Education to approve contracting with Camp Electric Company, Inc. in the total amount of $161,571, pending Board of County Commissioner approval of the 21-22 CIP. We've used
Have
this
we
company
used them before? We have, okay. We have or have not?
We have, yes.
Have,
They
okay,
have
good.
installed the last couple rounds of stadium lights.
Awesome. Any questions?
No.
Okay, I'll take a motion to recommend this to the full board.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, so that's all the action items that will go to the board. The next item is a sold assets report. Does anyone have any, that's just for informational. Does anyone have any questions on that?
No.
No? Okay. So I have a question, and as I assume that everybody on the committee does, is our school's going to be ready for the 23rd of August and everything done for it? I saw the Wesley Chapel driveway. It seems to be going well. I'm nervous for Newtown Elementary with the roundabout at Newtown and Waxhaw Indian Trail. So do you have any
And
issues?
I
you
got a
think?
question about Parkwood also.
Okay.
So specific to Newtown Elementary School, NCDOT project for the roundabout. And talking with NCDOT last week, I believe, to get the latest update on that. They feel good about having the roundabout usable. Year before, I think the date that I put in the weekly update was August 16th. Around that time frame. Regardless, it's before school starts. Now, the project
Okay.
won't be complete, but they're saying that it will have a usable roundabout. And really, that's what we care about.
Okay.
As far as Parkwood, so Parkwood Middle School, you all and the school board approved the bid to do the new research to change how the circulation pattern is in front of the school, parking, and a couple other miscellaneous items. The contractor has indicated that he's having difficulty accessing concrete structures for the storm drainage to include piping. So we've been working, on alternatives to make this project still happen in the time frame that we want, and to see, what we can do, to have the project complete and have school function. So we do have a meeting later today just to confirm. We think we have a good plan, but it's a little premature, to say what's what that final plan is. However, and it's very likely, that the project will continue past the start of school, and that, like I said, we're working on a plan to be able to get staff to park, for parents to be able to come in and drop off and pick up, and for buses to be able to drop off. We think we have the workings of a workable plan. What the contractor had indicated is that could take getting the materials could knock him out as far as maybe a month. We also came up with some ideas, for the contractor and for the engineer, to be their homework assignment. And that was to see how, some of the work, instead of being linear in fashion, can be, some work happening simultaneously to try to reduce the amount of time that would be impacting the school. Won't have that information back though.
Okay, if you could update us on that, especially Mr. Helms, that would be great after you have a better idea of what's going on.
Yes.
Thank you.
So sorry, Matt, go ahead.
I was just saying thank you.
Okay. Anything else at any of the schools, or everything's good to go?
So Piedmont High School is a big project, and that one's completing. The substantial completion date currently by contract is August 23rd, I believe, which happens to be the first day of school. We aren't concerned, about that. What we do believe is that the doors and windows that are being installed should be complete. We'll say by next week, but maybe by the end of this week. And so that'll be great. The auxiliary gym is, again, kind of the same time frame. It's completing, we'll say this month, but really there's not too much left on that. New renovated locker rooms, that's complete. The back corridor's complete. The stadium, the football stadium, grandstand, visitors grandstand is complete. What is remaining is the softball field and the practice field, and so specifically that's irrigation and turf. We do think that irrigation and turf will be installed and laid probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks. It's prime time for that sod to take root. It does need, we would like to have about 4 weeks, for that to get established. So that's that. I mean, we feel that project is in good shape. And yeah, the only really item that's going to be outstanding is whether the grass is established. I think that's what is probably the main concern.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody have any questions?
No.
Hearing none, I will take a motion to go into closed session to consult with our attorney in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege between the attorney and the public body, which privilege is hereby acknowledged pursuant to NCGS 143-318-11A3. We have a separate link to go into closed session. Mrs. Morris asked us to give her a couple minutes to switch over. So we'll see you at that link. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, our next meeting is August 26th. We may have to work around appeals. I think it's Matt's appeal group, and see where we are. We tried to push the facilities committee meetings to the last week of the month so that we wouldn't have to do more meetings as bids come in. So we'll see where we are.
Okay, motion to go into closed.